It's an honor to be joined by Hazel Mae, who has been a significant figure for baseball as a female. I want to start off by asking you, how did you get involved with sports, and specifically baseball?
Well, I mean, I grew up in a household where my father was an avid baseball fan, hockey fan, because we're from Toronto, Canada. I grew up playing sports in high school, so I've always had that love and passion for the game. When I was at Sportsnet, I was the anchor and for the sports nightly programs, and I think because of my experience with that, I was asked to do a baseball magazine show for the Toronto Blue Jays. And from there, I guess you could say an executive from the Boston Red Sox saw me and asked if I would like to move to Boston and work for Nesson and their coverage of the Red Sox. So really it was organic that I moved into baseball, but I've always loved the game, and now that I'm in baseball full time, it really is my passion.
Hey, so recently we've seen how more and more females have been empowered by different positions in baseball, going beyond what traditionally has been common, which is a reporter, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What does that mean for baseball, and what does that mean for young girls who are looking up to you guys, who one day would like to be in your shoes?
It's amazing. I actually sat down and interviewed Kim Ng 8 months before she was named the first female general manager in the game with the Miami Marlins. And when I sat down with her, I said, what will it take for you to be a general manager? And she said it would take a very courageous owner. And at that time, there was no one willing to give her that opportunity, and the Miami Marlins did. Now you're seeing women in executive positions, not just in administrative departments, but also baseball operations. And for me, that means as a young girl that would want to be at the head of baseball operations, they can see that it is now attainable, because women ahead of us have kind of broken that glass ceiling. Right. And the expression is, you can't be it until you see it. So now young girls can look up and say, if I'm going to be in charge of the product on a major league field, that can be done because all these women before me have done it.
And specifically with that, being a role model, each one of you who have been able to jump the curve and break the barriers and form that path for young girls who are coming after you, see you guys as role models. There's got to be, that's definitely important, but it's a big responsibility. Can you touch upon that, the responsibility of being a role model?
Absolutely. Listen, I think just given the platform that we have, whether you think, oh, I don't want to be a role model, you just are a role model. And with that comes a responsibility, and I'm always conscious about what I say, what I do, my behavior, your professionalism, how you treat others, not just your knowledge of the sport, but you in general. It does come with responsibilities. We all have good days, we all have bad days, but you have to be someone that is worthy of being a mentor. And I think young girls everywhere will not only look at how you present yourself, but how you carry yourself within the position and off the field as well.
We've seen women in the front office, women in front of the camera with the microphone, and behind the scenes as well, right? And we're now seeing women in the dugout with the San Francisco Giants, with the Yankees at one point.
I would have never thought, honestly, I would have never thought. I could see general manager, I could see more office positions, more baseball operations positions, even though at the time it seemed like such a dream. But now that I think about a female in Major League Baseball in a dugout in uniform, to me is really incredible. It's remarkable. It's a true test to those women in there that they've gotten this far. But can you imagine the kind of responsibility they have and the pressures they have? Because if it doesn't work out, the first thing everyone's going to say is, oh, because she's a woman. Right. So to me, I applaud all the women in uniform. It is a ginormous responsibility. It's a ginormous job. But listen, women have always been resilient. Women have always been very determined, and they're very capable of doing anything they really put their mind to.
Lastly here, what's next? And we always say sky's the limit.
Yeah.
But it seems like for female in baseball or sports in general, the limit is beyond the sky.
I would love to see a female owner. I would love to see that. I think, it's not as far as people think. I think a woman is capable of being, or of holding the number one job. So I think ownership and a woman leading in ownership of a Major League Baseball team would be the pinnacle.
Hazel, thank you very much for your time. It's been an honor to speak with you.
Thank you.
Not only as a female in sports, but following your career as well since I was much younger. It also shows us as male, right, how far we can come by seeing the struggles and the objectives that you guys have placed in front of you and you have conquered.
Thank you, and I appreciate the platform and the opportunity to be able to speak about it. Thank you. Bye, Venezuela.
Hazel Mae here for Sports Venezuela.